Think back to the last time you sat down to read a book or write an essay. How long did it take before you felt that itch to check your phone? Research suggests that the average human attention span has shrunk significantly in the digital age. Some even say it's now shorter than that of goldfish. Goldfish. Are we actually losing our ability to think deeply, or is our focus just being hijacked by the devices in our pockets? We are living in an era of snackable content, from 15-second TikToks to instant notifications. High school students today are digital natives immersed in an environment designed for constant stimulation. While tablets and high-speed internet have made information more accessible than ever, they've also introduced a constant stream of distractions. Classrooms have shifted from physical textbooks to multitasking on screens, leading many to wonder if we are trading our cognitive depth for digital speed. Today, we're going to discuss the controversy of technology's impact on deep concentration, which has sparked debate among educators who see a decline in academic stamina, neuroscientists studying brain plasticity, and students who feel that constant connectivity is simply the new normal.
The constant habit of media multitasking, switching between homework and digital notifications, weakens the brain's ability to filter out irrelevant information, making deep focus nearly impossible. According to the landmark study by Ophir, Nass, and Wagner, Stanford University, published in Proceedings of the National Academy of Science, heavy media multitaskers are significantly worse at filtering out environmental distraction. They found that students who frequently switch between tabs and apps develop a scattered mind that struggle to ignore irrelevant stimuli, even when they are trained to focus.
The burden on cognitive capacity is constant. The constant of direction from another one leads to a long-term burden where the presence of technology consumes the mental energy needs for difficult academic tasks. A study cited trying the version of one's on smartphone reduced cognitive capacity. What 2017. It cites on Google Scholar demonstrate that even if a constant of and face is present reduce a student working memory capacity, the brain has to use active energy just to not take the call, leaving less full from deep concentration or complex problems.
However, not everyone agrees that technology is a silent killer of focus. On the other hand, many experts argue that we are losing our abilities to conquer it. We are simply evolving how we process information in the digital world. Instead of reducing focus, technology allows students to offload rote memorization, freeing up mental space for higher order critical thinking and complex problem solving. A famous study by Sparrow, Liu, and Wagner on 2011, published in Science Google Effect, suggests that while we may remember less raw information, our brains have become more efficient at remembering where to find information. This is called transactive memory. This isn't a loss of focus, but a shift toward informative literacy. A student doesn't need to spend an hour memorizing that or a historical text. Instead, they use technology to quickly gather facts and spend their deep focus on analyzing the causes and effects of those issues.
Dan when integrate technology, digital tools and interactive media can actually increase student engagement and transfer time of selective attention that traditional methods cannot. Research by Green and Bolivar on 2003, often cited IEEE Explore and Action, demonstrate that interaction with digital media, including action-based software, can actually improve visual selection, attention, and the ability to track the source of information simultaneously. Using a game learning platform like Kahoot or a VR simulation of a BOD that can keep a student instantly focused for longer period than a standard lecture, as the active nature of the tech prevent the mind of wandering.
We've heard two very different stories here, so let's get to the core. Is the technology actually damaging our fundamental ability to think? Or are we just watching the birth of a new, faster kind of intelligence that we don't fully understand yet?
Is about them while the new intelligence is fast is also shallow. You can multitask your way through a complex philosophical theory or a difficult engineering problem.
If you lose the ability to sit in silence with a single hard thought, you lose the very thing that makes human innovation possible. Speed is not a substitute but for substance.
But that isn't that. It's just evolving. We aren't losing intelligence. We are becoming more efficient. Why spend hours on mental body work that a computer that can do in seconds? By using technology to manage the noise, we are actually freeing our brains to focus on the high-level synthesis and creative solution that we modern world actually demands.
We've explored two powerful perspectives today. On one side, we see how constant digital interruptions and the pursuit of instant dopamine can fragment our attention and erode our cognitive stamina. On the other, we've seen that technology can be a massive cognitive enhancer, allowing us to float road tasks and develop the high-speed multimodal processing skills required in the 21st century. The solution isn't to throw away our devices, but to practice digital intentionality. We should advocate for deep work zones, times during the school day, specially designed for phone-free, long-form thinking to preserve our cognitive depth. At the same time, we must embrace digital tools for research and collaboration. The middle ground is a hybrid approach, using technology as a powerful servant, but never letting it become a distracting master. Whether we are losing our focus or simply changing how it works, one thing is certain: the future belongs to those who can control their attention in a world designed to steal it. Thanks for tuning in today's discussion. I'm your host, and this has been Stay Focused, and we'll catch you in the next episode. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.